You son of a bitch, that hurts!
Baki Hanmna Season 2 ended with the greatest father and son fight. Baki finally fought his father and earned the title of the strongest on earth. But what next? The main moving force for Baki was to defeat Yujiro, but now they are something like friends, a father and son, and Baki loves Yujiro just like Yujiro loves Baki. But it is a lot more to tell about Baki world. For example, it is a lot of cool characters who are waiting for their time to shine. And the new season, if Netflix will keep it up with Baki, should be also pretty good. And let's talk a bit about what's going to happen next in the anime.
The father handing over the title of world's strongest, and the son handing over the victory.
We have a winner!
Each had given to the other the greatest gift they had to offer.
So Baki achieved his goal and fought his father, the biggest fight of his life. And now he is just bored. He trains non-stop to the point he can't even stand on his feet. But he is bored knowing that there will be no opponent for him to feel the same vibe as he felt fighting Yujiro. He even keeps participating in the underground arena fights. Champion Baki Hanmna faith in a guy named Atlas. Atlas is a big guy with a strong tattooed body. He is 2 times bigger than young Baki. When a fight was about to begin, Atlas was scared of Baki's body full of countless scars and also his frightening aura which looked like a mantis. The crowd starts chanting Atlas' name. He understood that they see him as some sort of weakling in this matchup, but he refused to believe that Baki has so much power in his small body. Atlas believed that there are some rules myth can overcome, and that is weight classes. If you are bigger in size, you easily win against the one who is smaller. Looks like this guy comes from another anime, not from Baki for sure. But the fight started and Baki casually walked towards his opponent. After this fight, Atlas admitted that in one glance he understood that compared to him, Baki was clearly bored. Atlas tried to deliver a high kick but missed. He threw right straight but Hanmna dodged it. After that, in a blink of an eye, Baki caught Atlas' head with 2 hands. A big guy tried to get Baki off but was too weak compared to the champion. As a result, Baki just shakes Atlas' head. And that was all. His brain was clashing against the skull again and again at a high speed. It was immediately Atlas was unconscious. Sometime later, after the fight, Atlas admitted that Baki is a really nice guy. He said,
"He was doing his best against a guy who was as weak as me. He was fighting, trying not to yawn in the process."
So clearly we can see that there is no actual opponent for Baki. He has become too strong but is still training. But not only Baki is working hard to become stronger. His fight with Yujiro motivated everyone to train hard. Katsumi is developing his new one-handed style, Shibukawa is training hard on his own, Doppo started his training from the bottom again, even though he is pretty strong already, Motobe went to the mountain to train on his own, Shinogi cuts up a new sandbag every day, and his brother Kureha put aside his main profession for a bit. Baki just upped his dose of so-called medicine, Retsu is making a name at the boxing ring in America, and even Oliva has once again risen to the challenge of being number 1. But Baki's boredom will disappear with the massive cloning project that is attempting to clone Musashi Miyamoto, one of the fathers of martial arts in Japan. Another fight of historical proportions awaits Baki. Once a nationwide proclaimed legend who was praised to no end as Japan's greatest hero, Musashi Miyamoto was brought back to life into the modern era with a mixture of extremely advanced science and voodoo magic. Musashi is renowned for his skill in swordmanship. He is the creator of Niten Ichiryu, two swords as one, and the founder of the legendary Niten Ichiryu school, which is the sum of all his skills and philosophies. Even at age 17, Musashi often fights as one-man army and wins battles mostly unharmed. When he was 58, Musashi was still undefeated and became able to use his visual swords endlessly. Aside from his swordmanship, Musashi also seems to have a knowledge of martial arts of his era, and many of them were mastered, as he can people with a single punch, yet relied on his swordmanship most of the time. His intelligence is very high, in fact, he is a battlefield genius. He is extremely perceptive and thoughtful and has immense wisdom over the arts of war, especially sword fighting. He knows every sword fighting technique there is and many others, which can effectively counter just about every other fighting style in the series. He was so skilled with the sword and in battle that he learned how to cut people without even using his swords, and his mind can pick up the signals of people's brain when they prepare to attack. Seeing this as an opportunity to reclaim his lifetime's glory and fame, Musashi decided to cut down the strongest. Throughout the whole span of the 4th series, Musashi unleashed a bloody campaign on all gods of martial arts. An insanely strong character who is too overpowered in any aspect, especially since everyone tries to fight him barehanded and he uses a freaking sword and really good at it. Personally, I don't really like that kind of character, who appeared from nowhere and for me is fighting dirty considering Baki world rules of fighting barehanded. Prisoners are a whole another story, they are trash, and the only way to do something against the main characters, they should use some dirty shit to make it look interesting. Pickle also appeared from nowhere and starts to dominate, but he fought like a man and was cute. But it is only my point of view, share yours in the comments down below. Also, it is speculated that Musashi could be related to the Hanma lineage, as he and Yujiro are incredibly powerful, having similar hairstyles and personalities, as well as using a matching stance. Additionally, during Baki's battle with Oliva, a guard that was observing the battle stated that Baki resembled Musashi Miyamoto. So he could be an ancestor of the Hanma bloodline, which means nothing to the plot but sounds like an interesting theory about past of the Hanma family, which could originate even from Pickle. So as we can see, the next season should also be bloody, epic and full of intense fights. As it always happened in the Baki series, with the new season comes a new insanely overpowered opponent for everyone. How long do you think we should wait for the new season? Leave your comments down below. If this video was interesting to you, leave a like and subscribe for more. Thank you all for watching. For today I'm out. Bye.
Me and none of them not travel for any trip. In the seat of corruption, me say me sit. Look like from corruption, them a benefit.